Last week, Captain Marvel, the strongest Avenger in the whole Marvel Universe, crashed into box offices and stirred up the whole entire Marvel fan base. But was it good? Was it bad? Who the fuck knows? There was so much trash talking happening on the internet that I had to go and see it myself. Now, let me tell you what I thought about the movie here on Movies in a Nutshell. Fuck. I'm probably gonna get so much heat for this review. Welcome to Movies in a Nutshell, where we talk about movies in a quick way so you can get on with your day. I'm Journey. Art couldn't get a babysitter for Captain Marvel, so I stole his tickets and went to go watch it instead of him. He was pissed. Very much so. So now I have to do this review and babysit his kid next week. This review is spoiler free, so don't worry. I'm going to be making a completely separate video where I'm going to be talking about spoilers. So hit that sub button and turn on notifications so you can see when that video drops. Marvel's Captain Marvel, how many times am I gonna say Marvel, is the last Marvel movie before Endgame. Before the movie even starts, it hits me right in the feels. Instead of seeing our heroes in the Marvel logo that's coming at you, you see Stan Lee, clippets of Stan Lee here and there with other Avengers, and just it's fucking depressing. I miss that, man. Carol Danvers is a human or an alien shit. I really didn't know. In the beginning, it was like the first 20-30 minutes were a big blur to me. There was like flashbacks and dream sequences and like some other stuff going on, and it was confusing as shit. But I eventually got there. Carol Danvers is part of this elite noble group of heroes called the Kree. The Kree called her Verse. Sounds a bit familiar. So the Supreme Intelligence sends Verse and her team to track down a group of shape-shifting aliens called the Skrull. The mission goes wrong, she gets captured, she breaks free, she crashes on Earth with the Skrull in pursuit. The movie's set during the 90s. I'm a 90s kid. I grew up in the 90s, so I absolutely loved all the references. From Blockbuster to Radio Shack, it was my shit. I loved it. Fun fact, a couple of these scenes were actually shot around my neighborhood, including the metro train scene that we saw in the trailer. That was shot by my office. And yes, I got kicked out twice from the set. I barely recognized Fury. He had both eyes, and he looked incredibly young. And not in a creepy way. Now, Tony Stark young, that was creepy. I swear to God, the whole entire movie, I was just waiting for him to lose his eye. Do you guys remember Hot Tub Time Machine? The one guy who loses his arm? So the whole entire movie, you're wondering how the hell. Is this it? Is this it? Is this it? Oh! He lost his arm! I didn't have that same reaction. It was a huge letdown. Also, there was this adorable cat named Goose. I love it when animals get their own movie posters. I still don't get why people kept saying that the cat stole the show. I mean, if that title's gotta go to anybody, it's gotta be the old lady from the trailer. Okay, so this is the part of the video where I'm most likely gonna start getting thumbs down. Let's talk about Carol Danvers. There is so much trash talk going around the internet about this movie. You have people that hate the movie and hate Brie Larson, while you have the other side calling those people sexist and toxic nerds. First of all, don't call somebody sexist just because they don't like a movie. Call them sexist after they say that she doesn't deserve the role because she's a woman. That is bullshit. This movie starts off with a very fast pace, and it was hard for me to connect with her character in the beginning. She comes off as arrogant and sarcastic and super snarky, and I loved it. I like girls like that. She was a bit different from the other Avengers because I was meeting this character later on in her life instead of seeing her from the beginning and growing up with this character. Yet, towards the end of the movie, I ended up liking her, and I thought she was cool just the way she was. I didn't see any real character development in this movie, but I didn't need it. She has already developed her character throughout the years. That's how it is when you make new friends. You might not have grown up with them all their lives, but when you meet them, you take them as they are. So here are a few of the negative comments that I saw floating around. That she's unlikable and very boring. That Black Widow never got her own movie and comes off more likable. She comes off as too feminist, and the movie is too feminist. So what do I think? Who gives a fuck? It's just a movie. Although, if you ask me what the best female hero movie is, I'd go with either Lara Croft, Hunger Games, hell, fucking Wonder Woman. I'm still rooting for you, DC. I'm not saying that I love the character, cause this is barely her first movie, and I don't know anything about Captain Marvel's comics. But I do think she's cool. I think that most people don't like her character because she's kind of like the new kid in class when graduation is right around the corner. And with Kevin Feige saying that she's gonna be taking over the Avengers after Endgame, I feel that's kind of lame because she hasn't been around long enough, although she does have the qualifications. And that is like having the new kid be the valedictorian during your graduation. Now, for those of you still watching, let's rate the movie. I have my own rating system, but since this is Art's review, we're gonna go with his. Starting with the best from the left, we have awesome must watch, damn fine movie, good dumb fun, watch when you're bored, and avoid at all costs. Don't listen to people on the fucking internet. Go watch the movie and form your own opinions. This was a good Marvel movie. Not the best, but good. I feel like there was really high expectations for this movie since it's the last movie before Endgame. We want anything that's gonna help us prepare for Endgame. So I declare this a damn fine movie. Like I said, I'm going to be making another video where I'm going to talk about the spoilers and the end credit scenes. So hit that like button, subscribe to our channel if you're new, and turn on notifications for future videos. You're going to want to turn on notifications for next week. Since Art's last video broke 15 likes, he promised to let me drop a bucket of ice on his head. I mean, pour a bucket of ice on his head. One last thing, me and Art have been supporting our friend, Kenny Wright, with his IndieGoGo campaign for the Dark Collection. I'll let him and his partner tell you more about it. I'm Journey. I love you, I adore you, and I'll see you next time.
Hello, I'm Charles Piper, and I'm a filmmaker.
And I'm Kenny Wright, a lifelong storyteller.
Together our work has been featured at film festivals across the nation, and my last short film, Malakastraka, is currently creeping through the film festival circuit even as I speak now. Kenny has developed an anthology of award-winning short screenplays called The Dark Collection. And now we're here to ask for your help to bring the first two of these short screenplays to life. I'll be directing When We Dance, a beautiful, bittersweet short film about love, life, loss, and the afterlife. It'll star the incredible actor Larry Cedar, who you might recall from Deadwood. He also played the gremlin on the airplane in the 80s film version of The Twilight Zone. He's been in Community. He's shown up all over the place. He's an incredible, versatile actor, and we are beyond excited to have him on board.
The second short film is called A Rite of Youth, and it will be directed by a very talented cinematographer, Daniel Marks. A Rite of Youth is a strange coming-of-age story that focuses on a very unique relationship between a mother and a daughter, and it has a twist ending that I promise you will never see coming.
Making these two short films is a sizable task indeed, but with your help, we can breathe life into these, make sure we have the best cast and crew and lights and cameras and action possible. So if you're interested, and of course they are, because look at us, we're so interesting, check out more information on the page below, and yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I'm sorry, I hit thank you too hard.
Wait, okay. Thank you.